Good morning, friends. We were talking on changing the rules, and so far we have discussed two rules. The first was you might not have a disease that behavioral change can cure. Then I talked about rule number two, pick up the right thing to change. So, in the continuation, today I'm going to talk about rule number three, and that is don't delude yourself about what you really must change. There's a very important rule in changing yourself. And I will, like always, like usually, I will give this talk by giving a personal example and my understanding of the entire episode. I was called upon to work with another one of the corporate institution with the top man. And once I went and met him and saw things and discussed, observed things, I found the problem is, as usual, it revolves around the top man's interpersonal skills. That guy was fantastic, wasn't he? Is. Nothing is wrong with him. With his technical knowledge of his profession, he can, I'm sure, outmuscle anyone in the industry he's working, in the field he's working. And he's made a place for himself. And he is a person who was leapfrogged to in the list of who's who of the city from nowhere. That is his technical knowledge, his personal experience. But the problem which I noticed was as usual with many of us, and that is interpersonal skills. The problem with that man too was the same, that he has developed an overbearing sense of, overweening a sense of self-importance. It came out very usually in his burst comments, his dismissive opinions, and an increased inaccessibility to his direct reports. Now, when I discussed with him, suddenly he comes out with a suggestion to me. Look, I hold such a huge position. Without totally disregarding the actual problem, he said, if suppose I develop a six packs and I become so physically fit and set an examples for others, I will be more acceptable to people. I'll be more effective in my functioning, and people have definitely a great opinion about me. I tried explaining him, your work is different, you are digressing, you're focusing on something else. He said, no, it's very simple. If I lose 20 pounds and firm up my body, fix up a routine, follow that routine, stick to it, nothing is impossible, and I will surely have a six-pack. If I set a goal for myself, and I've got a tremendous amount of willpower and dedication to see that I achieve my goal, it is not impossible for me. I will make it happen. My problem was that I have understood the real problem with him was improving his interpersonal skills. What his colleagues and subordinate thinks about him, not his building up his six packs exercise. But he was hell-bent. I said, will you able to do it? He said, yes, it's just nothing. Then I said, if that's the case, then listen to my personal experience on what you said. It's very easy to goal set and follow a routine and sticking to it. My personal experience says on goal setting and following the routine and goal achievement that a lot of I've seen lot of physical improvement centered gyms and all those physical fitness centers. I've seen plenty of people, lot of centers on and especially for maintaining a fitness you have to it lot of centers on diet and fitness because of a few reasons that there is a higher people. You see why people fail in this, despite having so much of physical fitness centers and so much of motivations of all kinds of actors every day, all the time, 24/7 screening in front of TVs and the movies, you definitely get inspired and motivated to become like them. But all these things generally fail. Why? Because there is a huge population interested in such goals, and such goals achievements. They can also have a six-pack, such a dedicated body. Second, it's easy to measure. After some time, you may feel little energetic and nice and see that you are improving. And third, there is an equally huge history of failures. People go to the gym center, only 1%, 2% carry on with long routine, and ultimately they also give it up. There's a huge history of failures. I feel, why? What's the reason for these kind of failures? There are 5 reasons. People do not succeed. I'm telling him, explaining him. There are simple 5 reasons why people do not succeed with their diet and fitness goals. They mistakenly eliminate certain things. And first is that time. It takes longer than they expect, my friend. They don't have time to do that. No one has got the time to do that. Second, effort. It's harder than they expected. Anybody who goes to the gym, ask him. It is much harder than what you expect within time schedule progress of your routine. It's harder than you expect. And after ultimately you realize it's not even worth all the effort you're putting to get a 6-pack of that physical body. Third, we fail to realize, we fail to envision distractions. These people who are obsessed with physical fitness or 6-packs, they do not expect crisis to emerge that they will destroy their routine anytime. They will have no reason but to give a break. It's very difficult to anticipate distractions and follow the strict routines you have provided for your goal and achievements of your goals. Then comes reward. After you feel some improvement and your stomach muscles start strengthening and you feel a little more energetic, you realize that you don't get the response from others. What you expect. People don't admire or acknowledge the improved person you have become. The more smarter you have become, people have no time. And lastly, I say the maintenance. Once with all this, no distraction, you maintain very strong-willed person and you fix the routine, given a time, put in an effort. You see, once you have achieved your, let's say, goal and you get a 6-pack, people forget how hard to stay in. You yourself will forget that it is how hard to stay in shape. Not expecting that they will have to stuck with this program for life. The moment you become casual, you again go back to your original shape. You slowly backslide and ultimately give up completely. Remember, my friends, this is what I'm explaining my friend to whom I got to work on his interpersonal skills, this shortcoming which I have noticed, keeping my third principle, don't delude yourself about what you really must change. Remember, my friends, if you want to succeed at goal setting, you have to face the reality of the effort and the payoff before you begin, before you commence. Realize, my friend, realize early in life. realize now, even at least, that quick fix and the easy solutions require lots of time. Easy solutions, it may not provide the lasting fix and the meaningful solutions. Lasting goals, if you want to achieve something, lasting goal achievements, they require tremendous amount of time, tremendous amount of hard work, personal sacrifice, ongoing effort, and dedication to a process that is maintained longer period of time over the years. And if you can pull that off the rewards, if you can pull all that everything off, the rewards may not be all that you expect, my friend. Once I explained him all that, my friend, he was in a quite a he was quite reasonable man, and he agreed. At the moment he agreed, I got back to my, before he puts himself to this rigorous routine of acquiring a six-pack, which was not the need. Need was improving his interpersonal skills. He was convinced, and the moment I able to explain him, don't delude yourself. My third principle of changing the rules yourself about what you really must change. They said, my friend, if you're ready, now are we ready to talk about what your colleagues thinks about you? And he agreed, and we started our work. Apply these principles on you. Thank you very much.